In latter role, he is actively involved in promoting the International Year of Cooperatives during 2012 as declared by the United Nations. Scott has been involved in dozens of cooperative enterprises over the years, from Co-op Radio to the New Vancouver Tool Library, as a member, director, and in some cases, as a founder. He currently serves on the board of Rooftops Canada, the international charitable arm of Canada Co-op, and non-profit housing organization. Scott has been a UCV member for close to 10 years, serving as a teacher in UCV's religious education program for children, as a member of the Chalice Choir, and as the chair of the UCV Communications Committee. Please join me to welcome Scott Jackson.
Thanks, Naz. Hello, everybody. I'd like to first thank Naz and the Worship Committee for allowing me to speak here today on a topic that's very close to my heart, and for putting together such a wonderful package of music and stories to surround it. I was wondering how they would set it up, but the children's story, and I was wondering what songs they would pick. But as a jazz fan, I think picking jazz is really appropriate to the whole co-op world, because it's sometimes, in the co-op world, we know sometimes we're making it up as we go along. And you know, sometimes we fall flat on our faces, but sometimes we make some beautiful music, and as did Andy and Lee here today. Thank you very much. Fantastic stuff. This week, as I was putting the final touches on this talk, I took a few breaks watching a bit of the Republican National Convention, featuring in Florida, featuring Mitt Romney and his Generation X running mate, Paul Ryan, who's 42 years old, so he's a few years younger than me. I too am Generation X, so in some ways we have a few strange things in common, although not a lot. Paul Ryan, he's the famous Tea Party leader who thinks that America has set up some liberal entitlements that have bankrupted the country, and he wants to slash government and turn Medicare into a voucher system in order to fix the problems. Well, as a Gen Xer, maybe I share a certain amount of his disappointment in the state of the world today in economic terms. And maybe we both share the fact that we don't wear jackets that quite fit, right? But in that, we sort of depart ways. I think that the Occupy movement got it a lot better than the Tea Party in describing what the problems are. And as I watched this coverage, I asked myself, what happened to the Occupy movement? Where did it go? And why aren't their concerns a bigger part of the discussions during this current round of US elections? Why aren't the candidates being asked certain questions that were a huge concern of protesters and got a lot of media coverage last year when protesters took to the streets on Wall Street and to public squares all around the world? Questions like, why is income equality so great? And why has it continued to increase over the past many years? In the US, the top 1% take in nearly 20% of all income, a rate that is double what it was 20 years ago. Meanwhile, their share of the tax burden has dropped by roughly